Namaste dear students, welcome to our computer science class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about a very interesting programming language, that is Python. It's a very interesting and user-friendly programming language. From today's class onwards, we are going to start Python programming. In today's section, we are going to discuss about some of the important parts or features about Python programming. That means how we can install Python ideally in our system, what are the important features of Python and disadvantages of Python, and also we are going to learn about different modes which are used in programming by using Python language. So without wasting a single moment of time, let us start our class. First, let us learn about the introduction of Python programming. Python was developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991 when he was working with National Research Institute of Mathematics and Science in Netherlands. Python was named from a comedy series, Monty Python Flying Circus, which was telecasted on BBC. You can see in the picture the man who is behind the creation of Python, Guido van Rossum, creator of Python. Next, we are going to learn about advantages of Python. Here are some of the advantages of Python. Easy to use. Python programming language is compact, easy to use, programmer friendly, simple syntax rules. That means it's a very much easy to use programming language. It's a user friendly language. The rules are very simple. That is, the syntax rules are very simple in Python. Next is expressive syntax. Fewer lines of code with simple syntax. Interpreted language interprets the code line by line at a time. It makes Python an easy to debug language and suitable for beginners to advanced users. That means in Python each line is checking. If there is no error, then only it will proceed to the next line. It's an interpreted language and it is very useful for the beginners and advanced users. Next is completeness. No need to download and install additional libraries. All types of required functionality is available through various modules. In Python, we can use many modules and many built-in modules are also available. Built-in functions are available inside the module, and there are different kinds of functions like, for example, sine, cos, etc. are available in module like math module. So it's very easy. No need to download and install additional libraries. Next is cross-platform language. Python can run equally well on varieties of platforms, Windows, Linux, Unix, Macintosh, etc. So it's very much adapted to different operating systems. Next is free and open source. Python is available freely without any cost. Its source code is also available and the user can download it without paying any cost, and they can change it. That is, it is free and open source. Applications of Python. It includes scripting. We can script our own requirements using Python programming language. Gaming applications. Many game software can be developed using Python programming language. GUI programs can be developed using Python. Database management can be performed using Python through different statements which interconnects both Python and databases like MySQL, and also it is used in web applications. These are some of the advantages of Python. Disadvantages of Python. Not the fastest language. Python is not the fastest language. Python is an interpreted language, not a compiled language. That is why it is not the fastest language. Lesser libraries than C, Java or Perl. It includes libraries but they are comparatively less than C, Java or Perl. Python offers library for almost all computing programs, but its library is still not competent with C, Java and Perl. Also, it is not strong on type binding. Python interpreter is not very much strong in type binding. So, catching type mismatch issues, it is not very much strong. For example, we can use a equal to 10. So, it will recognize this a as an integer variable. In the same time, we can use a equal to some string like hello world. But different programs other than this Python will not allow such kinds of storage of values. So, this Python is not very much strong on type binding. Also, not easily convertible. It is not easy to convert into some other languages. So, that is not easily convertible. Python is not easily convertible into some other languages. These are some of the disadvantages of Python language. Next, we will see how we can install the latest version of Python in our system like laptop. First, you have to go to the website python.org. There you have to click the downloads. There you can see download the latest version of Python. Here it is showing that 3.9. After you have downloaded it, it will ask to complete the setup. You can select install now option, and after that you have to do one thing to perform the installation. You have to check the checkbox add Python 3.9 to path, that you must select in order to add Python to path. After that you can continue the installation. Setup progress will come at that time. Here I have selected 64-bit. Okay, now the setup was successful. You can click the close. Then you have to go to start menu, select IDLE Python. It will open a window like this. Here there are two types of windows are there in Python programming language. This is the interactive mode. You can see it is looking like a command prompt window, right? 3 angle brackets are showing here, you can see, and this is called as interactive mode. How to work in Python? We can work in Python in two ways, interactive mode and script mode, both having their own style to work. This is the interactive mode. Here we can type the Python commands. It will execute line by line. Next is the script mode. Okay, we have to click file new. It will open to the script mode. It will open a notepad, and there we can type the entire program and we can save it as a Python file. But in case of interactive mode, it will works like a DOS prompt, like shell prompt in DOS or Linux. Okay, it looks like a command prompt. That is the interactive mode. But in case of script mode, we can write the entire program, and the entire program can be saved as a Python file that can be reused later. But in case of interactive mode, it can execute a line by line. In order to do complex programs, we have to type the entire program, right? For that we have to use the script mode. We can type the entire program and we can run it as a Python file, that is called as script mode. The interactive interpreter in Python is also called as shell. Now we will move on to Python fundamentals. In that we have to learn about character set, token, expressions, statements and input. First we are going to see character set. Character set, it's a set of characters, right? In English language we are having different characters, A to Z, that means capital letter A to Z, small letter A to Z, right? Like that in Python programming language it includes a set of characters. That is, the group of letters or signs which are specific to a language is called character set. Character set in Python includes letters, sign, numbers, symbols. Letters like A to Z and small a to Z. Digits like 0 to 9. It includes some special symbols like underscore, plus, minus, into, division, brackets, and some white spaces like blank space, tab, new line, etc. Some other characters like Python can process all the characters of ASCII and Unicode. So some other characters of ASCII and Unicode. These are the character set which can be included in Python's character set. Next is we have to learn about token. Every language is having a token. For example, consider English language. There the alphabets are the smallest units, right? From alphabets we will create words. Words will join to form sentence. Like that it will increase, right? So the basic unit is alphabets. Like that in Python programming language there will be a smallest unit. That smallest unit is termed as token. Token is the smallest unit of any programming language. In Python also, this smallest unit is termed as token. It is also known as lexical unit. Token is also known as lexical unit. Next we are going to learn about the types of token. Token types includes identifiers, literals, punctuators, keywords and operators. I know these terms are very new for you, but we will learn each of these terms in detail. Types of tokens include identifiers, keywords, punctuators, operators and literals. Let us learn about keywords first. Keywords are those words which provides a special meaning to interpreter. For example, we know plus. Plus will represent addition, right? We know the meaning of plus. Like that, there will be some words. Keywords are those words which provides a special meaning to interpreter. They are reserved for specific functioning. These words means these keywords cannot be used as identifiers, variable names or any other purpose. That's the main thing about keywords. They are reserved for specific functioning and they cannot be used for any other purpose. They cannot be used as variables, identifiers, etc. They are having special meaning. Okay. These are the available keywords in Python. You can hear false, none, true, def, global, not, finally, except, raise, pass, try, return, while. These are some of the keywords available in Python. When you notice this table, you can see false, none and true includes capital letters. All the other keywords are in small letters, that is lowercase letters. Only false, none and true having uppercase letters. All others are having small letters. Next is identifiers. Identifiers are building blocks of a program and are used to give names to different parts or blocks of a program like variable, objects, classes, functions. If we want to create sum of two variables x and y, if x equal to 10 and y is equal to 20, if we want to find the sum of x plus y, we have to use the addition operator x plus y, right? Here x and y are two variables. So these are the names which are used to give different parts or blocks of a program. Next we are going to learn about the rules to declare an identifier. When we use identifiers in Python, there will be certain rules to follow. The first rule is an identifier may be a combination of letters and numbers. So identifier can include letters and numbers. Identifier must begin with an alphabet or an underscore. It can be letters and numbers, but it must begin with an alphabet or an underscore sign. That's the main thing. Subsequent letters may be numbers 0 to 9. Python is case sensitive. That means uppercase letters are different, lowercase letters are different. For example, capital P and small p are different for interpreter in Python. That is why Python is case sensitive. Length of an identifier is unlimited. Keywords cannot be used as an identifier. When we use different names for an identifier, we must aware that we should not use the keywords as an identifier. Space and special symbols are not permitted in identifier name except underscore. Only underscore can be used. Other symbols such as space and any other special symbols are not permitted. You can see in these examples, there is two set, valid identifiers and invalid identifiers. In this my file, date, z2 underscore ds underscore chk, these are all valid identifiers, right? But in the case of these invalid identifiers, you can see data hyphen drug, there is one special character hyphen, that is why it is invalid. Then next is 29, an identifier should not start with number. Break is a keyword, that is why it is invalid. My dot file, that is also using special character other than underscore, that is why it is invalid. So you must remember about the rules while checking valid or invalid identifiers. It's an important question for your exam. So I hope you understood thoroughly about the concepts of Python programming language. Thank you.